All right, my little cinema freaks. Today we're watching Barbarian. I just hit play and I'm going to go through. Already, though. Already. The movie rocks. I'm going to go through the movie and tell you why it rocks, basically. This whole first part is what I want to go through and just stop at everything, basically, and just talk about why it's good filmmaking and whatnot. And hopefully you learn a thing or two. So here we go. The first shot already. We're establishing a good tone. I'm going to go before the headlights. So already, the confidence to come from the ground. Already a cool shot. And the music sort of comes in, rising a little bit. But already, again, I'm going to keep saying this, the confidence of this filmmaking is so crazy. And it's like, it's his first movie. That doesn't even make any sense. Anyway, so why this first shot rocks? We come from the ground, which is a cool shot, but it also is alluding to how a lot of the horror in this movie takes place in the basement. So, hey, you got a little curtsy there. A lot of it takes place in the basement, so accomplishing two things in one, cool shot, establishing kind of shot, makes the flow of the edit feel nice, but then a lot of the horror takes place in the basement, so it's alluding to that a little bit. And then just the like completely basically covered in darkness lighting of this scene is ominous. Well, everything about this is ominous, okay? So the lighting with the one light on the house, the rain, the lightning, thunder, and the score slowly rising in, okay? All that is ominous. And then you've got this like cute little house. I mean, it's like looks like a little storybook house, and the color on it, is that yellow? I don't know. I suck with colors. Okay, nobody yell at me. But it's like the house itself is this sort of cute little playhouse, almost like a toy. But then everything else about the filmmaking is saying horror movie. And so it just creates this good juxtaposition that already kind of like locks you in a little bit, honestly. So I'm playing here and continuing through. I'm going to fast forward until Tess pulls up. Because then we get, the confidence level continues to rise as he moves in close here, all in the same shot. And come on. So the music rises, and he pushes in through the window, and then the music cuts out. This is his first movie. I mean, crazy. It's already like you just feel like you're in good hands, basically. So although I think I'm going to go through the first 20 minutes or so, and although I think it's as good as filmmaking gets, honestly, this is one part that I never understood. You kind of just can forget about it. I think it's there for thematic reasons and not so much narrative reasons, because you would think that Marcus would show up later on in the movie or something and save her. A classic movie does that or whatever. But besides her kind of discussing it with Bill in a little bit, Bill Skarsgård, don't know why I call him by his first name, in a little bit, this really Marcus doesn't play a factor now. Okay. Now that Weapons has come out, people have been saying that this is Benedict Wong's character in Weapons. I don't support that theory. That seems like Zach probably wasn't thinking about that. Maybe. But the way she kind of acts and then like the themes of the movie and the way she talks about like relationship stuff with Bill tells me that this is an ex-boyfriend. But, Zach could always retroactively change things and say she was annoyed because of this thing or that thing. So who knows? I don't think it's Benedict Wong unless he being Zach, ends up changing it himself. So yeah, but the rest of this whole thing is cinema perfection, okay? And not only perfection, but impressive. Also, I just like the color of the lights. That like warmish night color. I love that. White shoes on the rain. That sucks. And just this walk is cool. It's a cool choice of composition. Having her walk up the sidewalk. What's a sidewalk? Front walk? I don't know. Something that I don't know if I need to hit on this now, but maybe I'm hitting on it early. Something that makes you already like her is that she's locked out of her Airbnb in the rain. So already you sort of
go away.
Care for her a little bit. Also saying go away to Marcus. I mean, you never know. You never know. Maybe it's Benedict Wong. Who knows? She forgets the code, just adding a little conflict. We all do that. Some relatability. And the key's not there. And the door's locked. Nice little cut straight to the phone call. And a nice little edit using the sound that goes into the phone call. Now, something I love about this, one angle. We got one angle on her. We're not moving to 14 different angles. I'm going to say that a lot too. But look at this. Okay, so you need to establish the scary neighborhood that you're in. And just the choice of this shot is just, that's also an impressive 2 angles. We've got OTS on her and just her little close-up that matches the movement of the camera. Not only is that filmmaking that sort of puts you in her subjective point of view, just a cool way to choose to show all of that. And 2 angles, it's all you need. Yeah. But let's talk about the structure also. He keeps building upon the conflict, I guess, basically what I'm trying to say here. Because she starts off in the car. We got the rain conflict, you could argue. And then she can't get into the Airbnb. She sees she's in a scary neighborhood. So we're adding one more piece of conflict here that she needs to get in. She needs to get in that Airbnb there because she's in a scary neighborhood, okay? So she goes into the place that is safe, sort of, a car, I guess. And this. Dude, the filmmaking is just so good. To turn the light on in this type of shot, and the camera's just like so delicately moving. You know how hard it is to probably get a camera to do that in a car? I've never done it, but it seems like it'd be hard. So then the light turns on, but listen to this. Sound. And another sound on the pulling focus. Are you kidding me? Let's look at that again. So it's already awesome to add just a little sound in there, I guess, to go with the light. But when he pulls focus and we get another sound, oh my God. Dude. I hope that gets you excited, because that's a good filmmaking. We cut straight to the buzzer. We don't need all the business of her walking back up. Again, matching the light turning on, the sound there. The music is quietly in the background. Now here is the brilliant choice of this movie. Now this movie does a lot of really cool things, okay? But one of its most impressive things, I think, is the casting in this movie. Specifically, well, really the main 3 is really impressive, but because Georgina, I think, is a good casting choice because she wasn't famous at the time. Like, as far as I know, she was pretty unknown, to me anyway. And that just makes her more of an audience surrogate. But then Justin Long, casting him as like a piece of shit, basically, where he's spent his career being a nice guy, I think is so smart. And I think when you do that, actors sometimes maybe give a little more effort if they're playing a little against type, maybe. I don't know. I don't think Justin Long ever doesn't put in effort. I'm not saying that. I think he always tries, and I think he's always quite good. But just, I love, like, anti-casting. I'm not sure what to call that. Playing against type. But then utilizing not against type, but, like, the exact type. Using Bill here as I mean, if you've seen the movie, a fake antagonist. I hope you've seen the movie if you're watching this video. Using him as like a fake antagonist, because immediately when that door opens, you think... Also, firstly, actually, let's go back and say, if you're watching this movie, Barbarian, you're probably a horror fan. You've probably seen it. And you probably know that Bill is... I mean, he's one of our famous horror movie villains now. So the second that door opens, you see a person who commonly plays horror villains. You immediately assume bad guy. Given everything that we've learned about horror movies up to this point, you just assume bad guy, okay? So Krager is using our knowledge against us. I think it's really impressive filmmaking. Okay, so they just try to figure out what's going on here, but there's another piece of filmmaking at the end of this scene that is just, I mean, top level filmmaking, okay? And another thing that's cool about Bill's performance is that he's just playing a nice guy, but because he's so nice in it, it almost comes off ominous. And it makes us wonder if he is putting up a facade and, you know, being fake nice and he's actually a bad guy. Okay, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Okay. So here's the great piece of filmmaking. This whole conversation, as they try to figure out what's going on, is two shots. It's OTS here, OTS there. Two shots. This whole scene is two shots, okay?
Yeah, I mean, it looks right. Fuck. This is unbelievable.
What am I supposed to do?
Dude, I got chills looking at that. That is so good. Okay, so she asked, what are we supposed to do in the situation of our Airbnbs being double booked? And just by cutting to the close-up, the amount of work an audience member does in that situation to say, basically being like, this guy is a villain, do not go inside, just by a close-up. That's all it is. We cut to a close-up, and that's what that says. To me, anyway, that's how I feel. I just think it's such impressive filmmaking. It's crazy.
I don't know. Why don't you come inside and we'll call these idiots.
Now we're closer on her as well as she looks in. I mean, and then look at... Okay, sorry, I'm getting excited. I mean, come on. Look at that. Okay. Just by doing this shot, it reorients us outside, okay? Well, outside the conversation we were just in. And then using the darkness of the house to transition us to the title card. I mean, everything about this is screaming, don't go inside the house. I mean, it's just such impressive filmmaking, and I feel like by shooting it this way, having the title card come up at this point, it's like, oh, you know, you better watch out, the movie is beginning. Like, the horror movie is beginning, okay? Impressive filmmaking. Okay, so now we got the POV of the Airbnb. And I do love the design of this Airbnb, actually. It's very friendly and inviting and fake feeling. Now, you can argue that's just how Airbnbs kind of are sometimes. It feels a little staged. So you could argue that's just how the narrative is built. But I think it's a choice. I mean, to make it feel kind of fake. And you could have made it more cozy, or it could be set in like a wood cabin or something. I don't know. But it has this staged feel that I think helps make you question Bill right now, because Bill is the only like, right now the movie's like this. The movie is about him versus her, basically. I mean, you don't know any of the crazy shit that's going to happen later on. Again, a great piece of using lightning, thunder. I don't know whether to call it lightning or thunder, because it's lightning and thunder are different, but it's doing both. Thunder, I don't know. But a great piece of that being like, as she steps into the house, just to add a little extra texture and tone to the scariness.
Would you mind pulling up your reservation confirmation?
This begins her doing a bunch of choices, I guess, that an average horror movie character doesn't do. Okay, for these next 20 minutes or whatever, she'll continually make good choice after good choice to try to make it so she's not gonna be killed, basically.
In case I'm some kind of weirdo who's broken in here to sleep.
I'm hot. It's hot in my room.
No, it's fine. Let me just find my phone.
Also, the writing. Let's actually talk about that.
Yeah.
The fact that he brings attention to, like, recognizing that she is smarter than maybe, like, if we're to assume that this is his shtick, where he, like, traps women who come to his Airbnb or whatever. If we're to assume that's what this movie is about, the fact that he is calling her out already about checking his ID, right? As she asks, or pulling up the confirmation. But the fact that he's like clocking her, that she's going to be making safe choices. So you could argue that just by him saying that piece of dialogue, calling her out like that, it could assume that he's already on to her, basically.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
But also, that's like something I'd say probably if I were in this situation. I'd be like, oh, in case I'm a bad guy, just because I'm like, I'd feel weird about the awkwardness or whatever. You think I'm a bad guy? Again, a little piece that feels like it could be staged. This is some creepy bathroom lighting. Krager, what the heck? I mean, he's not even being subtle right now. He's really trying to make us think he's a bad guy. And he's not even, like, Krager isn't, if you think about it, you know, like, objectively, That's not scary. Krager's just using what we've seen from horror movies against us, basically. Again, she makes the smart choices. I love the motif that we'll continue to get of the close-ups on the lock. This begins a good little use of set design and stuff like that, where it feels like, is this staged? Has he staged it to look like he's there, or is he actually visiting? And there's a lot of this writing throughout that makes you sort of question whether or not you should trust Bill, which I think, again, just such good good writing. Hear the squeak on that shoe? That's funny. Wonder why that's there. That's funny.
Here. Jesus.
I like that because it's like a classic horror thing you got to do. You got to add your jump scares, but it's kind of tastefully done. I kind of get the feeling, I'm kind of wrong about this after seeing Weapons,
Here.
but I kind of get the feeling that even Krager doesn't so much love the jump scares as much as the tension building type scares. I say that, but then there's a lot of jump scares in Weapons, and Weapons is more popular. Maybe that's a clue into making jump scares happen in your movies. But I like that the sound is kind of subtle. It's not as like, I don't know. I feel like if you get a Conjuring jump scare, they always try so much harder than that one, is basically how I feel about it. Here's something interesting I'm noticing. The composition of this scene over her shoulder and then inside the conversation for shots on her. I'm not sure if that means anything. It's just something interesting to think about. I mean, it definitely puts you with her a little more, her perspective, so I guess you could say it's a bit of a subjective piece of filmmaking. That's what this is all about. But then when they were at the door, it was too over the shoulders, at the front door. But that could be just a practical reason for that. Who knows, I'm going to call this a subjective piece of filmmaking. Look at that. Little sliver of light coming out of the scary door later on there. Wonder if that's framed like that for that reason.
By yourself this late. I mean, I wouldn't.
I will never know.
Look, obviously you do whatever you want, but if you want to hang out in here,
I do like how wide these shots are, though.
I'm totally fine with that.
Again, to maybe a lesser effect than the front door, we get the same sort of thing where we just get two angles
And there's a lock on the door.
on this whole conversation. And she's making the decision to stay. We get the close-up. Easy, simple filmmaking, very effective. We don't need her to go, okay, I'll stay. We just cut to this, boom, that shot right there. Which also looks like a real Google search, by the way. Little piece of filmmaking that matters, because often people use phones. It doesn't always look like they're using a real phone.
Here's the Wi-Fi info.
Thanks.
If you need it. Oh, by the way, I'm Keith.
Tess.
Tess. That's a pretty name.
Buddy, look at that performance. Love that.
Thanks.
Do you want anything? I think there's
She's clocking him,
want some tea?
It plays into the themes of the movie a little bit.
Oh shit, yeah. There's somebody left out a bottle of wine here with a ribbon on it, like a housewarming thing. And there's some nuts here too.
He's so nervy through here.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
He's just being a nice guy, but it comes off a
I'll
little
just make your cup.
unusual,
Hi. I was just wondering, do you have...
And as she calls a hotel,
Yeah.
look at this. She's calling a hotel,
Really?
and the camera isn't going to 14 different angles. It's staying on her the whole time. I mean, movies don't do that. That is crazy.
You know what I just realized?
Like, I know it's silly and small and whatever, but imagine every other movie would be on this phone call. You'd be 13 angles on Bill in there, dilly dallying in the kitchen. Add effects using hand gestures. Oh, because I did my thumb. Get out of here. You get 14 different angles of Bill in the kitchen. You get 35 angles on her as she calls. You just get this one angle. You get the whole phone call.
What?
Yeah, there's like some huge medical thing. I don't think you're gonna be able to get a room tonight.
Clean sheets.
Now this begins a cool piece of writing that's going to stretch out through this entire scene of the sheets, okay? Also, he doesn't have to go, let's wash them. They walk to the washer and put in, just cut to the washer. That's good writing, good filmmaking, good editing maybe. Somebody made the choice. Did you see that? We gotta love a match cut. Anything that is a thoughtful transition makes me happy. Going from this freaking circular washer to the circular mug. I mean, come on, that's crazy. But it gets better. I mean, can you believe it? Can you believe what you're watching right now? Oh, the blocking, the camera movement. It's just so good. It's crazy. Putting so much emphasis on the T. And later on, that's another, again, a setup for the development of the relationship throughout. Oh, it's so good.
You really didn't have to do that.
Not even up for discussion.
Look at these lights. Kind of want something like that here in my apartment. Those are nice. Or interesting, more like. Close up on the door. We got another one. Call it out, everybody. Who has a wallet like that? Let's look at the wallet. Why do you need a band over your wallet? What's in there? Get a freaking card case like everybody else. If you have cash in there and if you're any age, if you have cash in there, get the hell out of my life. I hate cash. But who needs a band? Sorry, I'm really freaking out right now. What do you got a band on your phone or on your wallet for? That's weird. Keep things in there? Keep things from falling out? Get a card case, you nerd. Again, smart choice to, I'm looking at his height and, yeah, he's 5'10". He seems like he should be taller. Right? In real life, isn't Bill taller? Let's see. Bill, Skarsgård, height, 6'4". What the hell are they putting 5'10" for? Continuity error. You're in jail, Krager. Anything else I want to pick apart? Expires August 24th, 2022. When did it come out? Barbarian release date? Well, that's pretty close. So his license technically expired by the time the movie came out. But if you've seen the movie, he won't be using it. The license, I mean. Alright. Krager go to jail for putting 5'10". He's actually 6'4". It's crazy. But again, smart that she's taking a photo. Give him back his freaking band wallet already. He needs a card case. Crazy.
Thanks. Good night.
I'm gonna go wash up.
Yeah, work yourself out.
Also the color of, look at his cute little look at her. The interior sort of warmth color I like. Okay. Now look at this. She's using a freaking manual toothbrush. Get an electric one. What are we doing? Okay, I'll quit poking out everything like that. But I used to use a manual toothbrush, okay? Here's a little story. Used to use a manual toothbrush. Then I got an electric one like probably a year or two ago because the dentist scared me into it. They said I was brushing too hard, actually, and my gums were like eroding or something. This is messed up, okay? But they said that I was brushing too hard, scraping away my gums or something like that. And then I got an electric toothbrush, and you're supposed to just like rest it on your teeth. And I guess things are looking good for me. So there's a little lesson for you folks. Get an electric toothbrush. Okay, this. I mean, that's some good filmmaking. Again, it's like Bill's character isn't doing anything weird, technically. It's just the way that like Prager is editing it, framing it, shooting it. It just makes everything so creepy. Hey. This guy's a freak.
The laundry's still unwashed.
Love the warmth of the color, by the way.
While I'm wide awake.
And just that camera move is so smooth. Look how smooth that is. Butter. Smooth like butter.
Hey.
Alright.
The laundry's still unwashed. But I thought, while I'm wide awake.
Yeah, I like this where he offers her the wine here. Get ahead of myself.
Wine.
But
I didn't want to open it.
I like that he's calling attention to her not drinking the tea. Again, it's like a manner thing, which I totally get. He says that. But it comes off strange and unusual and suspicious. Even though it's like exactly something I would say in that situation. And he's going on way too long about it. He even knows it. It's such good writing.
I thought you wouldn't want any fumes. An hour to change till the bedding's done. You gonna make it? I looked around for some clean ones, but I couldn't find any.
What are you gonna do?
An Airbnb with one set of sheets? Fake.
Oh, I'll be fine.
Actually, that might happen. I'm just kidding. Don't yell at me in the comments. Have you ever tried to open a bottle of wine?
Just as put out as me.
I suck at it. Like I did it with ease. All 5-10 of them with this rubber band wallet.
Make you have a cup of tea?
No.
You can watch this time.
I'm okay.
Also, let's look at how few setups there are in this scene, by the way. I also like the fact that it kind of, given the length we are into the movie, it kind of feels like, oh, okay, we're going to be able to chill for a moment, get to know these characters, which we do.
What brings you to town?
But part of the getting to know you
Tomorrow?
becomes more unusual. When you drink wine, do you hold it from the stem? I think they say that's what you're supposed to do so that you don't warm up the wine. I don't drink enough wine to know, but I just noticed that and was like, what do you do? What do you do?
Really? Who's the filmmaker?
Steven
My
Spielberg.
name's Catherine James. Call Blue Easy.
Oh, I saw that.
You saw Blue.
Look at that cut. It is interesting. So again, let's look at, we've had 2 setups for this whole scene, just 2 wider OTSs, okay? And then he says the suspicious thing of the scene, that he's seen the movie the obscure movie that she's here to interview for. That's sketchy as all heck. But then we get him telling her, but we get her reaction. It's interesting that they didn't choose to go to his close-up on I've seen that.
Oh, I saw that.
And instead going to her reaction. Why, you might ask? I think this could be to continue with the subjective editing and filmmaking going on here. That's maybe what I'll say. I'm thinking of this live right now. And it puts you in her headspace a little more when you cut to her close-up second.
You're kidding.
It probably would have worked fine just going to his close-up.
No one's seen that movie.
About the makeshift
But it's a little, every little piece matters, you know? Every little thing, every little choice you make, although one small choice might feel stupid, they all pile up and...
Oh, it's gonna be about this place? Detroit.
They all pile up
Oh, well, it's gonna be about the
to make like the whole full of a bunch of smart choices, I guess. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Like the guy, but I'm one of the guys.
Suspicious, you're suspicious. I've always thought this is weird.
So I'm here for a week, basically just scouring this side of town.
He's like from there. It's set in Detroit. He's from Detroit, but he like stayed in an Airbnb that's like another part of town. How big is Detroit? I live in LA and we wouldn't do it that way. If you were like in Santa Monica and you lived in Hollywood or something, go stay the week at Santa Monica and scour the town. Now that I'm saying it out loud, that actually seems like that's something that could happen, but LA's massive. I don't think Detroit's that big, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Yell at me in the comments about how big Detroit is. Okay, I'm talking over this freaking amazing piece of filmmaking here. So the last time we saw the washer, it was in motion, and now it has stopped. To show the time passing and the fact that they're forgetting about... It shows time passing... Sorry, I got distracted. It shows time passing and the fact that they have forgotten about the sheets even being in the washer dryer. Although technically, they're probably in the dryer by now. So, again, Krager, jail. The sheets are in the dryer. Continuity error. I'm just kidding. Those are jokes. But then again, okay, so... Oh my god, this filmmaking is so good. Okay, so... Not only is the dryer a good shot, because it'll string us with it makes a more clean cut from going from the kitchen to the living room. So we don't have to see them get up. By cutting to that, you get the passage of time. You aren't certain how long it's been. But it's been long enough clearly where they've gotten to get to know each other. But what's so good is that not only, 4 minutes ago, she was looking at that wine, that tea, mug of tea, cup of tea, all ominous like, and she denied the wine in the second time. And now we start with a close-up on the wine to show the development of their relationship. And he's pouring it in her glass, and she's barely even paying attention to it. I mean, non-verbal filmmaking to show the development of their relationship, it's just... writing does not get better than that, honestly.
Oh my god, it's so cliche and it's so boring and I can't believe it's happening to me.
Is it still happening?
This is part of the Marcus stuff I'm talking about.
You already got your new job lined up?
Job interview. I don't have the job yet. I'm not home free.
Preach that.
There's always going to be people
I don't have a job interview, but you know how that rolls.
Up to us.
Oh, look at him. He quit gripping it. He quit gripping it from the stem. He's warming up the wine. What the heck, man? Let's see what she was doing. Ah, she's warming up the wine too. Call the police. I like that we started this conversation in more intimate close-ups and then going out to the wide. Whew. That's some good editing right there. And filmmaking.
Maybe that's it.
Or maybe
It just starts it more intimate, you know?
run for you. Guys get to blast that way through life.
This is some of the theme stuff I'm talking about. This conversation is regarding that.
I checked in first, and you showed up late at night.
What, you wouldn't have let me in?
Hell no, I wouldn't have let you in. Do you think I'm crazy?
Also, I just noticed the little like jazz piano in the background. It's kind of funny. It's like it's a little over the top on the romance. It's almost a funny choice.
Even if that means that you may get your heart ripped out of your chest all over again.
Now I can't unhear it. I hope I didn't ruin it for you.
Girls can rip. Trust me.
Heard, Bill, heard. Okay, this has always bothered me. She says she has a thing for clean sheets, okay? Now, it could be a line she just said, and all of what I'm about to say won't matter anymore because it could have been a line that she was giving him, but he's putting his whole body on her in her sheet there that she's gonna sleep on. She's sleeping on the inner part here that he's putting his whole body in, and she has a thing for clean sheets. Bro, they just got dirty again. So you could argue that that's another piece of writing that has developed their relationship, that she no longer cares about the cleanliness of the sheets because he was laying in them and she wanted them to be cleaned. But now that they've developed their relationship, it doesn't matter to her that he's got his whole body on it. I don't think there's a case for that. I think this is a fun little thing that Kreger learned and put it in there to build their relationship to be more cute, I guess. But it's always bothered me a little bit. I'm like, you're making your sheets dirty again, technically. He's got his outside clothes on. I like that it's kind of looks like a ghost story. Casey Affleck under that sheet. You can't do this on your own, that's for sure. Single life. Just kidding. I'll stop that. He needs to make a TikTok about putting the duvet on there. Good little cutesy moment. Classic. We gotta love it.
Sorry for keeping you up before the
Hard cut to them banging.
It was fun.
Just kidding. Oh, you know what I also thought about earlier? I just remembered, because I was talking over it, is when she said, he was like, you're going to take the bed, and I'll take the couch. Oh, and then later on, he says, there's only like one pair of sheets or something like that, and she's like, what are you going to do on the couch? Why is this a thing in movies? Do people do this in real life, where if you sleep on the couch and someone has taken a bed, you go sleep on the couch, not like you accidentally fall asleep on the couch, but you go sleep on the couch and you have to put sheets on it like it's a bed? Do people do that? Just sleep on the couch. Just raw dog the couch, okay?
I can sleep on anything. Good night, Tess.
He can sleep on anything. Look at that. And this shot rocks. This is the first time a door has shut and she hasn't locked the handle before. But I like that it doesn't go to the close-up of that. I kind of wonder if they shot it and they decided it was a little too easy to go to the close-up of the door. Close-up of the door handle. And they just did this little like turn and out of focus move. Because it still makes you think about the door. And you could argue maybe like by keeping the door out of focus, it was her choice to be like, she didn't focus on the door. I don't know. You know how that crap goes. Also heavy on the blue now. Love that. Little creepy, creaky noise. Ugh. Can you imagine? Mama lady was just right there. What a night to have night terrors, am I right? Of all nights, unless he does this every night. And again, it's like, it's creepy that he's doing that, but it's involuntary. It's just in the context of a horror movie, you're like, this guy's a freaking freak. Little light coming down from the basement door there. That's some nice lighting too, coming from the outside lights. They're not as warm this time. That's interesting. Gotta love a creepy move like that. It's funny that this is built up like a big horror movie moment. It's just her waking him up, you know? It's so interesting.
The fuck?
Jump scare.
I'm so sorry.
Imagine being him. I mean, he's calling her out, but like,
You were like making noises and
I was making noise?
weird to wake up and she's above you.
I'm so sorry.
She's the
I'm
freak
just
now.
I'm gonna
this movie from his perspective. Close up on the door handle.
God.
Bro. Did you see that transition? That's crazy work right there. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of this opening bit here. Opening section of the movie that I wanted to talk about. Hopefully it came across that the filmmaking in this is freaking amazing. And hopefully you learned a thing or two. I tried out this new style here where I kind of just talk live with it. Yeah, this opening part's done. Tried this new style where I just talk live with it. Stop hearing the nice warm lighting. And I hope you liked it. Hope you learned a thing or two. This movie rocks. The rest of it's so good. The structure of it is awesome. The fact that 10 minutes from, well, not now, but from what we just watched, maybe like 20-ish minutes, it just like cuts out to the ocean. I guess I can scrub to there. You know, you get all this here, scary. Never mind. I'll just wrap up. Awesome movie. Stay there. Oh, he's doing a little Pennywise eyes there. Awesome movie, great structure, great casting, great filmmaking. This movie rocks. So I hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Shout from the rooftops about how much you enjoyed this video. And subscribe again. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.